The siren song of emotional abuse, why people turn to gray rock. Imagine a world where words become weapons, and every interaction is a potential minefield. This is the reality for those trapped in the clutches of emotional abuse. But what exactly drives someone to adopt the gray rock method as their shield? Emotional abuse is a chameleon, adapting its colors to inflict maximum damage. It can manifest as public humiliation, a barrage of insults, or the slow erosion of self-worth. Some abusers are masters of control, isolating their victims from support networks. Others engage in gaslighting, a sinister tactic that leaves victims questioning their very perception of reality. In the face of such psychological onslaught, the gray rock method emerges as a beacon of hope. It promises a way to deflect the abuser's attacks, to become an impenetrable fortress of emotional neutrality. But does this promise hold water in the tumultuous sea of real-world relationships? The efficacy enigma: does gray rocking actually work? Here's where we encounter a significant stumbling block in our exploration. Despite its popularity in self-help circles, the gray rock method remains largely uncharted territory in the realm of scientific research. We find ourselves in a curious position, a widely discussed technique that exists in an evidential vacuum. Anecdotal reports paint a varied picture. Some hail the method as a life-changing strategy, claiming it has helped them regain control in abusive situations. Others describe mixed results, with responses from abusers ranging from confusion to escalated aggression. But what happens when we apply this technique to individuals with narcissistic personality disorder, often cited as prime candidates for gray rocking? Narcissism meets the gray rock, a clash of titans? Picture a narcissist as a black hole of ego, constantly seeking to pull others into their orbit. The gray rock method aims to make the target so dense and uninteresting that even this powerful force can't gain purchase. In theory, denied the narcissistic supply they crave, the abuser should lose interest and move on. But theory and practice often diverge in the complex landscape of human psychology. Anecdotal accounts describe a range of reactions from suspected narcissists. Confusion: the abuser, accustomed to eliciting strong reactions, may be thrown off balance by the sudden change. Frustration: as their usual tactics fail to yield results, they may experience increasing irritation. Boredom: in some cases, the lack of engagement may indeed lead to decreased interest. Anger: feeling thwarted, some may escalate their abusive behavior. Love bombing: a manipulative tactic where the abuser showers their target with affection to regain control. Hoovering: named after the vacuum cleaner, this involves attempts to suck the victim back into the abusive dynamic, often through manufactured crises or enlisting other support. While gray rocking may offer temporary relief, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution to abuse. The dark side of gray: potential risks and pitfalls. These varied responses highlight a crucial point. While gray rocking may offer temporary relief, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution to abuse. Maintaining a facade of disinterest requires immense self-control, especially in prolonged or frequent interactions. This constant suppression of genuine emotions can be mentally exhausting and difficult to sustain. Mental health impact: while gray rocking aims to protect one's psyche, it may inadvertently cause harm. Constantly hiding one's true feelings, especially in situations of ongoing stress or fear, can take a significant toll on mental health. Abuser persistence: some abusers, sensing the temporary nature of their target's disengagement, may simply wait it out, confident that they'll eventually provoke a reaction. Loss of authentic self: in extreme cases, individuals might find it increasingly difficult to switch off their gray rock persona, potentially affecting their ability to engage genuinely in other relationships. These risks underscore the importance of viewing gray rocking as a temporary tactic rather than a long-term solution to abuse. Implementing the gray rock, a user's guide. For those who choose to employ this method, despite its potential risks, here's a guide to gray rocking. Brevity is key: offer short, non-committal responses. Emotional flatline: strive for neutral facial expressions and tone of voice, regardless of provocations. Avoid engagement, sidestep arguments or provocative statements. Remember, you're a rock, immovable and unresponsive. Information diet: keep personal details and sensitive information to yourself. The less material an abuser has to work with, the better. Minimize contact. When possible, reduce interactions. Delay responses to messages, keep calls brief, and limit face-to-face time. Customization is crucial. Tailor your approach to the specific tactics of your abuser. If they typically target your appearance, for instance, make that topic particularly unfruitful for discussion. Remember, gray rocking is not a permanent solution, especially for those living with an abuser. It's a temporary measure, ideally used while planning a safer, long-term strategy. When gray isn't enough, alternative strategies. As with any strategy in the realm of human interaction, the gray rock method comes with its own set of potential risks. Let's shine a light on these shadowy corners. Escalation: like a frustrated child denied attention, some abusers may intensify their efforts when met with gray rock behavior. This escalation can potentially lead to more severe forms of abuse, including physical violence. If gray rocking proves ineffective or unsustainable, consider these alternatives. Emotional self-care: prioritize your psychological well-being through positive self-talk, self-compassion, and creating safe spaces for genuine emotional expression. Build a support network: cultivate relationships with trusted friends, family, or support groups. These connections can provide validation, emotional outlet, and practical assistance. Professional help: seek guidance from therapists or counselors specializing in abuse recovery. They can offer tailored strategies and support your healing journey. Legal action: in cases of severe abuse, exploring legal options like restraining orders may be necessary. Ultimately, the most effective way to end abuse is to leave the situation. Develop a safe exit plan, ideally with the help of professionals or trusted supporters. Conclusion: the gray area of gray rocking. As we conclude our exploration of the gray rock method, we find ourselves in a philosophical gray area. On one hand, this technique offers a potential lifeline to those trapped in abusive situations, a way to reclaim some measure of control in an otherwise chaotic dynamic. On the other, it presents its own set of risks and limitations, highlighting the complex nature of abuse and the human psyche. The gray rock method serves as a poignant reminder of the lengths to which humans will go to protect themselves from emotional harm. It raises profound questions about the nature of authenticity, the impact of prolonged emotional suppression, and the ethical implications of psychological self-defense tactics. As we move forward in our understanding of abuse dynamics and prevention, it's crucial to approach methods like gray rocking with both open-mindedness and critical thinking. While it may offer temporary relief for some, it's not a panacea for the deep-rooted issues of abuse and manipulation in our society. Ultimately, the most effective approach to combating abuse lies not in becoming gray rocks, but in cultivating a society where such defensive measures are unnecessary. This involves education, early intervention, and fostering a culture of empathy and